Which blood pressure number is more dangerous, top versus bottom? What really matters after 60? Two numbers, one on top, one on the bottom. And after turning 60, the real danger is the top number, the systolic pressure. Yet, most people zero in on the bottom number because they have been told that is what matters as long as it looks good. For many years, we doctors, including myself, dismissed high systolic blood pressure, especially in older adults. And I've seen my patients land in the ICU feeling perfectly fine the day before because they were reassured by the wrong number on their blood pressure reading. In this video, I'll explain why systolic blood pressure becomes so dangerous with age and what you should be watching starting today. Here's what makes this so dangerous. High blood pressure is often symptomless, sneaking up on people who carry on with their life blissfully, unaware until they face a stroke, a heart attack, heart failure. And you don't feel it happening. And quite often, when you look back, the warning was there in the entire time, hiding in plain sight on the blood pressure reading. Let me briefly tell you why this matters so much to me. I'm Dr. T, board-certified cardiology and lifestyle medicine, and for decades I've treated patients with high blood pressure and its complications, and I've taken care of people after devastating strokes that could have been prevented. I've treated heart failure caused not only by one big heart attack, by years of uncontrolled, relentless blood pressure. And I can tell you this with certainty, misunderstanding blood pressure numbers costs lives. So let's slow down and make it simple. When your blood pressure is measured, the cuff is recording how hard blood is pushing against the walls of your arteries. But blood pressure isn't steady, it pulses with every heartbeat. That's why you see two numbers. The top number, systolic pressure, is the pressure when your heart contracts and pushes blood into your arteries. It's the peak pressure, the force with each heartbeat. The bottom number, diastolic pressure, is the pressure when your heart relaxes between beats. It's the resting pressure in your arteries. For instance, a reading of 150 over 80 means 150 is the pressure during the heartbeat, 80 is the pressure when the heart is relaxing between beats. And for many years, the bottom number was emphasized and the top number was minimized. That turned out to be a serious mistake. For decades, isolated start hypertension wasn't just ignored. It was thought to be dangerous to treat it. The fear was that lowering systolic blood pressure in older adults would reduce blood flow to the brain and starve the heart of oxygen, causing dizziness and confusion and even falls or heart attacks. So systolic pressure was dismissed as, well, it's just normal aging due to stiff arteries. It was not worth treating if the bottom number looked okay. And this belief persisted for years and decades. There was a study published in 1991 that changed everything. This wasn't just a small shift in thinking. It was a groundbreaking study known as the SHEP trial, Systolic Hypertension in the Elderly Program. And the study asked a very simple but critical question. Is it safe and beneficial to treat isolated systolic blood pressure in older adults? And there was one group was treated, the other group was not. And the results were unmistakable. Treating systolic blood pressure led to 36% lower strokes, 27% fewer heart attacks, and lower overall death rates. And just as important, there was no harm to the brain or heart. That study shattered the myth once and for all that lowering systolic blood pressure wasn't dangerous. The real danger came from ignoring it. So as we age, our arteries change. When we're young, arteries are elastic, are flexible, and they stretch and absorb the pressure. With age, the arteries stiffen, the elastic fibers break down, and there are calcium and plaque accumulation in the wall of the arteries. And the result is a very common pattern. The systolic blood pressure rises, the diastolic blood pressure could stay normal or even drop. This is called isolated systolic hypertension, and it's extremely common after age 60, and it's not benign. Think of systolic blood pressure like waves hitting a seawall. One wave doesn't cause damage. 10 waves, not much. But your heart doesn't beat just 10 times a day. The heart beats about 100,000 times every single day. That means the high systolic pressure is like 100,000 pressure waves crashing in your artery walls day after day, year after year. Eventually, even the strongest seawall cracks. And that's exactly what happens to blood vessels in the brain, in the heart, and in the kidneys when systolic blood pressure stays high. In the brain, this leads to stroke or even silent strokes accumulating over time, leading to memory issues, memory loss, and cognitive decline. Something we call vascular dementia. It's not Alzheimer's, it's memory loss due to vascular issues. And the heart is going to thicken from pumping against the stiff arteries. Think of the heart lifting a heavy weight all the time, and eventually it will fail, leading to congestive heart failure. In the kidneys, the persistent high blood pressure will damage the units, the filtering units in the kidneys that could lead to kidney failure, making it harder to control high blood pressure and leading to a vicious cycle, making some people end up in dialysis. What about diastolic pressure and the white pulse pressure? Diastolic pressure still matters, but differently. Some older adults have very high systolic pressure and very low diastolic pressure. This creates a wide pulse pressure, the difference between the two numbers. So the goal is not a high top number with a low bottom number. The goal is bringing both numbers down. But after age 60, one number must be prioritized. It's systolic, the top number. What can we do about it? The goal here isn't to scare you, it's to give you control. Lifestyle changes matter, reducing the salt in your diet, increasing the potassium, eating potassium-rich foods, staying physically active, and maintaining a healthy weight. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this. After age 60, the most dangerous number on your blood pressure reading is the top number, the systolic pressure. And controlling it is one of the most powerful ways to prevent strokes, heart attacks, and loss of independence. If your systolic blood pressure is elevated, the next step is learning how to bring it down safely and naturally. If you want to learn more, watch this video, Top 7 Ways to Lower Your Blood Pressure Naturally Without Medications. I'll put a link above and on the description below. And remember, your health, your most precious asset. Take control. See you next video.